Assalamu alaikum, this is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you to the English news from Btv Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman calls upon DCs to remain ready for performing duties anywhere. Media outlets enjoying complete freedom under current government, says Information and Broadcasting Minister. Newly elected MPs in reserved women's seat of 13th Jatiyo Shongshad take oath tonight. Hearing against 11 accused, including former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman in Time murder case during July uprising begins. Eight workers killed in collision between truck and pickup van in Sylhet's South Shorma. Iran submits 14-point peace proposal to be reviewed by US. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman said all positions in administration are equally important. Officials must be mentally prepared to serve anywhere in the country and take on any responsibility. He said this while inaugurating the 4-day DC Conference 2026 at the Osmani Memorial Auditorium in the capital today. In his directives to the DCs, the Prime Minister emphasized the timely implementation of the development projects in maintaining transparency in expenditure and ensuring quality in work. He said the government's position against corruption is clear and that it does not want to make any compromise with corruption. The head of government alleged that corruption and mismanagement during the previous fascist regime left the country burdened with huge debt and an import-dependent economy. Along with rising poverty and unemployment, the Prime Minister categorically said the government is committed to implementing every pledge of its election manifesto and the July National Charter as signed before the people. Tariq Rahman called upon DCs to play a proactive role in implementing the government's promises made to the people.
একটি দেশের জনপ্রশাসনে পদোন্নতি কিংবা পোস্টিং এর জন্য যতগুলি প্রশাসনিক পদ রয়েছে প্রতিটি পদই রাষ্ট্র এবং সরকারের জন্য অবশ্যই প্রয়োজনীয় এবং গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। সুতরাং শুধুমাত্র পদোন্নতি কিংবা নিজেদের পছন্দের জায়গায় পোস্টিং এর জন্য পেশাদারিত্বের সঙ্গে আপোষ করলে সংশ্লিষ্ট কর্মকর্তারা সাময়িকভাবে হয়তো লাভবান হতে পারেন, তবে সেটি আমি ব্যক্তিগতভাবে যেটা মনে করি তবে সেটি সার্বিকভাবে জনপ্রশাসনের দক্ষতা এবং নিরপেক্ষতার উপরে একটা নেতিবাচক প্রভাব ফেলে। সুতরাং জনপ্রশাসনের কর্মকর্তাদের সব পদেই কাজ করার মানসিকতা থাকা জরুরি। ফ্যাসিবাদী শাসনামলে দুর্নীতি, লুটপাট রাষ্ট্র এবং জনগণকে ঋণগ্রস্ত করে ফেলেছিল। সেই শাসনামল ৩০ লক্ষ কোটি টাকা ঋণের বোঝা নিয়েই বর্তমান সরকার যাত্রা শুরু করেছে। বিগত সরকারের সময় দেশকে একটা আমদানি নির্ভর রাষ্ট্রে পরিণত করে ফেলা হয়েছিল। বিভিন্ন স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্স যেটা বলে দেশে দারিদ্র্য বেড়েছে, দেশে বেকারত্ব বেড়েছে, নতুন কর্মসংস্থান হয় নাই বললেই চলে। প্রতিটি সাংবিধানিক এবং বিধিবিদ্ধ প্রতিষ্ঠানকে বলা যায় অকার্যকর করে ফেলা হয়েছিল। আপনারা মনে হয় তার সবচেয়ে বড় উদাহরণ বর্তমান সরকার দেশের আবহমান কালের ধর্মীয় সামাজিক মূল্যবোধের আলোকে একটি ন্যায়ভিত্তিক কল্যাণ রাষ্ট্র প্রতিষ্ঠা করতে চাইছি। আমরা দলমত নির্বিশেষে রাষ্ট্র সমাজের প্রত্যেকটা মানুষকে রাষ্ট্রীয় সামাজিক নিরাপত্তা বেষ্টনীর মধ্যে নিয়ে আসাই হচ্ছে আমাদের বর্তমান সরকারের লক্ষ্য। আপনারা বিধিবদ্ধ নিয়ম মেনে জনগণের জন্য সরকারের গৃহীত সেই কর্মসূচিগুলিকে সুচারিতভাবে বাস্তবায়ন করবেন। এটিই কিন্তু জনপ্রশাসনের কাছে সরকারের প্রত্যাশা। নির্বাচনী ইশতেহার এবং জনগণের সামনে স্বাক্ষরিত যে জুলাই সনদ, আমরা সেই সকল কিছুর অর্থাৎ আমাদের ম্যানিফেস্টো এবং জুলাই সনদ, এটার প্রতিটি দফা, প্রতিটি অঙ্গীকার পর্যায়ক্রমে আমরা বাস্তবায়ন করতে চাই। আমরা এই ব্যাপারে বদ্ধপরিকর। আমি আশা করব আপনারা আপনাদের মেধা ও যোগ্যতা দিয়ে জনগণের কাছে দেওয়া সরকারের প্রতিটি প্রতিশ্রুতি দক্ষতার সঙ্গে বাস্তবায়নে ইনশাল্লাহ ভূমিকা রাখতে সক্ষম হবে। দুর্নীতির বিরুদ্ধে সরকারের অবস্থান পরিষ্কার, সেটি হচ্ছে আমরা কম্প্রোমাইজ করতে চাই না দুর্নীতির সাথে। নির্ধারিত সময়ের মধ্যে প্রকল্পের বাস্তবায়ন করা অত্যন্ত জরুরি। ব্যয়ের ক্ষেত্রে সর্বোচ্চ স্বচ্ছতা বজায় রাখা অন্যতম গুরুত্বপূর্ণ একটি বিষয় এবং একই সাথে কাজের গুণগত মান নিশ্চিত করা সংশ্লিষ্ট প্রশাসনিক কর্মকর্তাদের একটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ দায়িত্ব। একই সঙ্গে সম্মানিত সকল উপস্থিতিবৃন্দ, সম্মানিত জেলা প্রশাসকবৃন্দ, একই সঙ্গে প্রয়োজনের অতিরিক্ত আইন কানুন ও জটিলতাকে অজুহাত হিসাবে আমরা ব্যবহার না করি, বরং বাস্তবসম্মত, কার্যকর ও জনস্বার্থ সংশ্লিষ্ট সিদ্ধান্ত গ্রহণের মানসিকতা আমরা প্রশাসনের সকল পর্যায়ে গড়ে তোলার চেষ্টা করি, যাতে করে জনগণ সময় মতন সরকারের প্রতিটি কর্মসূচির প্রত্যাশিত যে সুফল সেটি লাভ করতে পারে। আমরা চাই সততা, মেধা এবং দক্ষতাই হবে জনপ্রশাসনের নিয়োগ, বদলি কিংবা প্রমোশনের মূল নীতি। স্বচ্ছতা এবং দ্রুততার সাথে শূন্য পদে জনবল নিয়োগ, শক্তিশালী পাবলিক সার্ভিস কমিশন গঠন, বেসরকারি সার্ভিস রুল প্রণয়ন সহ সর্বত্র প্রশাসনিক কাঠামোর কার্যকারিতা ও জবাবদিহিতা নিশ্চিত করতে সরকার কিন্তু দৃঢ় প্রতিজ্ঞ।
Prime Minister's Advisor for Public Administration Ministry Mohammad Ismail Zabihullah, State Minister Muhammad Abdul Bari, Cabinet Secretary Nasimul Goni and Prime Minister's Principal Secretary ABM Abdul Sattar spoke at the event. On behalf of the Commissioners, Chattogram Division Commissioner Dr. Muhammad Ziauddin, and on behalf of the Deputy Commissioners, Potuakhali Deputy Commissioner Dr. Muhammad Shohid Hussain Chaudhary and Nator Deputy Commissioner Asma Shahin also spoke at the event. Later, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman joined in an open discussion with the district commissioners. He exchanged greetings with the district administrators and took part in a photo session. Information and Broadcasting Minister Zohiruddin Shapul said newspapers and all other media in the country are enjoying full freedom under the current government. He made the remarks today while speaking as the chief guest at a discussion marking World Press Freedom Day. He said the government believes in free journalism. A discussion meeting was held at the Totho Bhavan today to observe World Press Freedom Day 2026 under the theme Free and Responsible Media as a Key Partner in Establishing a Culture of Accountability. The minister said that journalism is a challenging profession and emphasized the importance of earning public trust through objective reporting. Speakers at the discussion included Bangladesh Press Council Chairman Justice A.K.M. Abdul Hakim, NOAA President Motiur Rahman Chaudhary, ATCO Secretary General Abdus Salam, and National Press Club President Hassan Hafiz, along with journalists from various print and electronic media outlets. Meanwhile, journalist leaders said that the stance of journalists must be strengthened against misinformation and rumors created by AI on social media. They also commented that genuine journalists are being sidelined due to the presence of nominal or low-quality publications. Earlier, marking the day, a rally started from the Officers Club in the capital, paraded through various roads and ended at the Totho Bhavan. Officials and employees of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, including Secretary Mahbooba Farzana, were present. Information and Broadcasting Minister Zohruddin Shopon said the rapid advancement of information technology has brought a new dimension to the global media landscape. In an interview with Btv News marking World Press Freedom Day, the Information Minister said the expansion of digital platforms, social media and online news outlets has made the flow of information faster and more multidimensional. The Information Minister emphasized that while media freedom is essential in this evolving environment, responsibility is equally important. Professionalism, ethics, and commitment to truth are now crucial to counter fake news, rumors, and misleading information, he added. Zohruddin Shopon mentioned that establishing an independent media was one of the government's key election pledges for the 13th National Parliamentary polls. Under the guidance of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman, work is already underway involving all stakeholders to fulfill that commitment. He also highlighted that alongside ensuring free flow of information, tackling misinformation has become a major global challenge. The minister said responsible media must play a key role in protecting people from false information. He added that with the rise of digital and citizen journalism worldwide, addressing misinformation has become an urgent priority, and the government is working towards that goal. Zohruddin Shopon reaffirmed that the current government has always supported a responsible and independent media and will continue to do so in the future. Information and Broadcasting Minister Zohruddin Shopon said the government believes in free journalism and that all media outlets is being operated with complete independence. The minister told this at a discussion marking World Press Freedom Day held at the Totho Bhavan Auditorium in the capital today. Speaking as the chief guest, the minister highlighted the government's role in ensuring an environment where newspapers and electronic media can operate without interference. Journalism is a challenging profession. To succeed, journalists must gain the trust of the people by presenting truthful and objective news, the minister added. Zohruddin urged media professionals to maintain high ethical standards. Bangladesh Press Council Chairman Justice A.K.M. Abdul Hakim, President of Newspaper Owners Association of Bangladesh Motiur Rahman Chaudhry, Secretary General of Association of Television Channel Owners Abdul Salam, President of Jatiyo Press Club Hassan Hafiz also spoke on the occasion. World Press Freedom Day is being observed today. The day is marked every year on 3rd May to highlight the importance of journalists' safety, freedom of expression, and the fundamental principles of the media. The day began in 1991 with an initiative by UNESCO and was officially recognized by the United Nations in 1993 as World Press Freedom Day. The day draws global attention to press freedom and professional ethics in journalism. Meanwhile, in the latest World Press Freedom Index by Reporters Without Borders (RSF), Bangladesh's position has declined compared to the previous year. However, despite the fall, Bangladesh still ranks ahead of neighboring India and Pakistan in terms of media freedom. Even countries like the United States have seen a decline in press freedom in recent times, particularly during the Trump era, indicating a global trend of shrinking media freedom. According to RSF, global press freedom has fallen to its lowest level in 25 years. For the first time in the index's history, more than half of the 180 countries and territories are classified as being in a difficult or very serious situation. Media experts said the situation calls for urgent efforts in Bangladesh and many other countries to improve media conditions. They emphasize ensuring journalists' safety and safeguarding freedom of expression and urged authorities to take necessary steps in this regard. Newly elected members of Parliament for the reserved women seats in the 13th Jatiya Shongshad have taken oath today. The oath has been administered at 9 p.m. in the oath-taking room of the Shongshad Bhavan. On April 30, the Election Commission published a gazette announcing the names of 49 MPs elected unopposed to the reserved women seats of the 13th Jatiya Shongshad. According to the published gazette, based on the allocation of reserved seats among political parties and alliances, 36 MPs have been elected from the ruling Bangladesh Nationalist Party BNP and its alliance, 12 from Jamaat-e-Islami and its alliance, and 1 as an independent candidate. Testimony has begun against 11 accused, including former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman, in the Taim murder case in Jatrabari during the July mass uprising. The hearing started today at Tribunal 2, led by Justice Nazrul Islam Chaudhary. Defense lawyers are interrogating Nahid Mia, a police officer who was on duty at the time of the incident. Earlier in the morning, the tribunal recorded his testimony. 8 people were killed in a head-on collision between a truck and a pickup van in Sylhet's South Shurma today. The accident occurred around 6 a.m. near Teli Bazar Bridge on the Sylhet-Dhaka highway. The victims were traveling in a DI pickup to Sunamganj for construction work when it collided with an oncoming truck, leaving all of them dead on the spot. Now, international news. Iran has submitted a 14-point response to a U.S. proposal on ending the war through a Pakistani intermediary. The semi-official Tasnim news agency reported on Saturday that the Iranian reply addresses a 9-point U.S. proposal and focuses on ending the war. According to the report, Washington had proposed a 2-month ceasefire, while Tehran stressed that issues should be resolved within 30 days and that efforts should focus on ending the war rather than extending a truce. The news agency said Iran's proposal includes provisions such as guarantees against military action, withdrawal of U.S. forces from areas surrounding Iran, lifting the naval blockade and sanctions, unfreezing Iranian assets, payment of compensation, and ending hostilities across multiple fronts, including Lebanon. It added that the proposal also includes a framework related to the Strait of Hormuz, the vital route for global oil and gas that remains blocked since the conflict began on 28 February. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump on Saturday said he is reviewing the new peace proposal from Tehran but cast doubt over its prospects, saying Iran had not yet paid a big enough price. Trump rejected a previous Iranian proposal this week. Earlier on Friday, Donald Trump had told reporters that he was unimpressed with Iran's proposal thus far. On the other hand, Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister Kazem Garibabadi told diplomats in Tehran the ball is in the United States court to choose the path of diplomacy or the continuation of a confrontational approach. Iran was prepared for both paths, he said. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps IRGC also said it is on standby for a return to war with the U.S., saying a resumption of hostilities is likely, as evidence shows that the U.S. is not committed to any agreements or treaties. Meanwhile, NATO is seeking to understand the details of a U.S. decision to withdraw 5,000 troops from Germany, a redeployment ordered by by Donald Trump amid a feud with the German Chancellor Friedrich Merz. The German government sought to play down the severity of Trump's move, describing it as anticipated and a reminder of Europe's need to invest in its own defense. The U.S. withdrawal, which the Pentagon said would take place over the next 6 to 12 months, comes after criticism from German Chancellor over Trump's war with Iran and his handling of subsequent talks with Tehran. Israel has launched multiple strikes across southern Lebanon, killing at least 10 people in recent attack, further violating the ceasefire declared 2 weeks ago. Lebanon's Ministry of Health said the latest wave of attacks on Saturday increased the total recorded death toll in a day to 41. The overall death toll since 2nd March is 2,659, with more than 8,000 injured. Israel claimed its attacks targeted the pro-Iran Lebanese group Hezbollah, but many of the dead were civilians. The attacks have become a regular occurrence despite a fragile ceasefire in the Israel-Hezbollah war that has seen both sides accuse each other of violations. The Israeli army had earlier issued 2 evacuation warnings for 9 southern villages. Hezbollah claimed several attacks targeting Israeli troops, saying they were in response to ceasefire violations. At least 9 people, including a 1-year-old child, have been killed, while 2 others injured in a fire that broke out in a 4-story building in Delhi's Vivek Vihar area early on Sunday. The fire broke out on the 2nd floor of the building around 4 a.m. local time, following which as many as 14 firefighting units rushed to the spot to put out the blaze and carry out rescue operations. Officials said more than a dozen people were rescued from the building. Police said they have recovered all the bodies and handed them over to the Delhi Police Crime Team. Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta called the incident extremely tragic and extended support to the affected families.